Well, I want to know just how far ahead or where you feel like you are now compared to where you were when you took over last year.
Well, way ahead.
In today's edition of Pantherology, we are going to dive into Phil Snow and this young, new, and improved defense. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and you're watching Pantherology. What is going on, guys? Clay here, back at it again with yet another edition of Pantherology. Guys, today we are going to be diving into, like I said, with Phil Snow and this young, new, and improved defense, what we get to look forward to in this upcoming 2021 season. Just kind of giving a little bit of update, kind of based off of OTAs, what I've been hearing, what I've been reading, and what I've been watching from highlight film. So, anyways, as always, show your support, guys. You know what to do. Pound the out of that like button. Click the subscribe button, comment down below, click that post notifications bell, as always, so you don't miss out on any of the new videos. And let's just go ahead and get into today's video. Now, these guys on the Panthers defense clearly think there's something special happening.
But we got a bunch of guys that's going to help me out. The list goes on. You know who's on
Here, which we all do, and I think so as well. Obviously, I'm making this video. So, defensive end Brian Burns was the first to be very outspoken about their potential, their potential during the OTAs.
Yeah, they brought in a lot of guys to help me out. We got a lot of pieces. I feel like we kind of complete now.
Now, cornerback Dante Jackson was singing the same song last week, adding into that, which was, "We can be dominant, we can be dominant." And certainly we can be, but while some of that optimism is justified based on the offseason additions, it's also early enough that those who have seen it come together want to wait before making any accusations, all right? Now, as much as Snow wants to maintain a little perspective, even he can admit he likes the way things are pointing to the defense. Now, last year we saw a lot of positive signs, though they were forced to play a bunch of rookies and other young kids. So that showed in a number of areas, like third down percentage. They were next to last in the league in that category, which was 49.2% conversions, allowing opponents to grind away at them because they couldn't get off the field. Now, the hope is that adding, first round rookie J.C. Horn and veteran quarterback A.J. Bouye to Jackson will help stabilize the back end of this defense. And Jeremy Chinn looking more and more like a safety should help as well. As Jackson talked about the improvements, he specifically mentioned the improved pass rush and bringing Haason Reddick, who had a 12.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles last year, into work with opposite of Burns, should give them a little bit more pop on that defensive line and on the outside. Now, Snow acknowledged that those kinds of additions will help, but he also looking at the work in the spring as a bit of a lab, where he's experimenting with new looks. As we all know, this is obvious that Chinn's part of that. And as he's taking most of the work with the safeties this spring after playing linebacker last year, Snow said they were still going to move him around and use him in multiple ways, but adding players such as Reddick and Denzel Perryman at linebacker, and both Snow and head coach Matt Rule have mentioned Frankie Luvu lately as another versatile piece. So that gives them the flexibility to let Chinn play a deeper role. So by having versatile players such as Reddick, Burns, and Chinn on the field, the Panthers have the opportunity to create some massive confusion. He acknowledged the risk in trying to install too much, but that's what practices are for. But mostly Snow enjoys OTAs for a couple reasons. One, they didn't have them last year, which left coaches changing tires on a moving car once the regular season started. And the additional personnel gives Snow some options. So tinkering around on things he can do this year gives him reason to think things can be so much better than they were last year. And it gives me hope, and it should give us hope as Panther fans. Now, the Panthers have, shored up the cornerback spot, like I said earlier, which they added J.C. Horn, but I forgot to add in there Keith Taylor. And like I said, paired them up with a bunch of veterans this offseason. But as we look, a year ago, the Carolina Panthers struggled to get these teams off the field on third downs, all right, which had a lot to do with our secondary. So granted, the NFC South is loaded, which we all know that, with top-notch receivers and QB play. But the Panthers had issues that they couldn't fix in the middle of the season. Now, injuries, any lack of depth at corner really hurt this defense at times throughout the course of the season, which is why GM Scott Fitterer placed an emphasis on the third level of the defense this offseason. The cornerbacks room saw the most attention by signing veterans, like I said earlier, AJ Bouye. Then I forgot to mention this guy, but Rashaan Melvin. And then using their number 8 pick, as we all know, we got J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. So later in the draft, the Panthers took yet another corner, which I was mentioned earlier, taking Keith Taylor, who was out of Washington. So the depth should no longer be an issue with all of the new additions. So now defensive coordinator Phil Snow will be challenged with figuring out roles and playing time for each corner. So while Bouye, Melvin, Jackson are capable of claiming a starting spot on the defense, young guys such as J.C. Horn and Taylor will be pushing them to earn more reps. Now, according to Phil Snow, these two young corners bring a high level of confidence and mental toughness to the table. Snow has been impressed with how quickly Horn is catching onto the defense and noted that nothing Horn does surprises him. He's just that damn good. Not only can Horn be part, but he looks the part as well. I mean, even caught Snow's attention prior to practice last week. So assuming Horn latches on fairly quickly and snags a starting spot, that means Melvin and Bouye, who have both started several games in the league, will be the Panthers' probably third and fourth corners. So having too much depth at a position can never be a bad problem to have, especially when playing against the high-flying offenses that reside in the NFC South. Now, I really want to get into this and talk about Phil Snow. Really believes in Dante Jackson. I really want to talk about Dante Jackson here. And the Panthers defensive coordinator knows that Dante Jackson can play at a very high level if he puts it all together. The Carolina Panthers drafted Dante Jackson in the second round of the 2018 NFL draft. And 3 years later, they selected, obviously, J.C. Horn, like I mentioned earlier. So Jackson is entering in his final year of his rookie contract and is in need of a big year to remain in the picture for the Panthers' future plans. So during his first season with the NFL coaching staff, Jackson struggled to stay healthy as he dealt with a nagging toe injury for much of the season last year. So although he played in 14 of the 16 games, he played many of those games fighting through the pain and was really never at 100% at any point throughout the year. However, when he has been on the field, it is at full strength. He has shown that he can be a trustworthy corner, but does have to become more reliable on a weekly basis. Jackson himself admitted that consistency is something that he needs to improve on, but he knows that he has full-fledged confidence from the coaching staff. Now, I was watching the other day, and the Panthers defensive coordinator Phil Snow told the media on Wednesday that he could be one of the better corners in the league if he is able to stay healthy and once again show consistency. Jackson says that his foot has been feeling great, which is good news for us, and that the injury did not require any type of surgery this offseason. More positivity there, right? So at the same time, Snow realizes it is still June and they're far from where they need to be as a defense as a whole. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. A little bit about the defense, kind of just wanted to get something different out there. I feel like I have been mostly on the defensive lately with Jeremy Chinn, but then I threw in some offense. So I'm going to try to be going a little bit maybe back and forth with defense and offensive videos. More creative ideas coming out. Going to be talking about maybe some playoff stuff. Probably going to be putting out a live video going live once a week. Possibly going to be collabing and actually starting a live show once a week with a buddy of mine. Go check him out. Give him a shout out. Dan Mitchell. We're might be putting that out there. So go check his channel out if you haven't. And as always, guys, keep showing your support. Pound that like button. Pound the subscribe button. Comment down below. Click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Tune in soon. More things coming. Better things coming. You know what to do. Keep pounding.